Thompson Coin and Stamp here. It is New Year's Day, January 1st, 2026. The spot markets just opened and the markets are reacting to this wonderful metal here. I figured we would go live and see what they are doing. Currently, they are sitting at 71.84 bid with 71.96 ask. That's already up 29 cents. So we are cooking already. Let's go over here and see what gold is doing. Go up here. Gold's at $4,329.40. But we want to talk about this metal right here. 71.89. Hope everybody had a safe and happy new year. Everybody stayed off the roads if they were drinking and everything, got that DD. Nobody got arrested, anything like that. But yeah, we're talking about this wonderful metal here. Let me get the stream pulled up. There's a nice little American Silver Eagle. There we go. Well, ASE. I was curious what the markets would do today as we start back up the new year. Like I said, we were sitting at 71.91 now, going up. The ask is now 72.03, so we're up 37 cents already. Hope everybody is doing well tonight. Got this nice little Engelhard here. There we go. So what are you going to do as the prices continue to go up? Are you going to keep stacking, dollar cost averaging? If they go down, are you definitely going to buy some more? Anything like that? Sorry, that's not in focus there. A little Libertad. That little beauty spun around there. We'll go back and see what the spot price is. Just a second. Let's see. The spot price is at 71.87. Bid 71.99 ask. Going back down just a little bit, but that's okay. I still think there's plenty of room to go with silver. You know, the CME, they've been doing their shenanigans and everything. I did see a little article about them needing to preserve the integrity of the market with them changing some of the rules and everything. So that was kind of crazy. Sorry if you hear my dog Wiley walking around there. We're back at 71.91, 72.03 ask. So back up over 72 on the ask price. Almost got this little 20th Century Coin album filled out. Just missing a few from my birth year, 1985, which I could easily find as I ain't done it yet. Those are kind of cool. Just added the last silver clad Kennedy. It was one of the ones we found during 2025. And I had all those in a tube. So once we got that done, I went ahead and added it to that. So I thought that was kind of cool here. What is everybody doing on New Year's Day? Oh, the ask is up at 72.11. Bid is at 71.99. I think we're going to go back on a nice little bull run here in 2026. Type 1 in the comments if you think we're going to have a bull run. Type 2 if you think it's going to be a little more bearish. You think we still got a little bit of consolidation to do. I know, you know, those prices going up, you know, skyrocketing like they were, that's not really, you know, feasible, you know, for a long-term thing or anything like that. But I still think, you know, silver is definitely undervalued and definitely manipulated on the market. I was seeing reports that silver was up over $100 in the overseas markets. I want to say is over in Japan and everything. So they were kind of ignoring what we're doing here in America with ours going the opposite direction. Nice silver there. Oh, bids at 71.89. If I can get that back in there without dropping it. 72.01 ask. Right on, right on. Get that over there. Yeah, what do y'all think silver is going to do this year? Nice little koala there. And there's Her Majesty. Set that back up. I was hoping that spot price might shoot up, get a little crazy action like it did the other day. That was nuts. You know, it shot up immediately, you know, over into the 80s and then started going down that day. So that was an exciting ride. Silver does like to do that to us. We're definitely excited for 2026. We've got a lot of coin roll hunts planned to do. We're going to be hunting half dollars, dimes, going to get some quarters in there, doing some nickels, still try to hunt some pennies when we can still get them. Luckily, you know, I made that video about my bank calling and saying, you know, they couldn't get them anymore, but since then, luckily, I've been able to get a few boxes here and there. So that's been awesome. Let's get that ASC flipped around the right direction. Oh, the bid's at 71.96 for silver right now. Oh, getting a little glare on that. Sorry, I was looking over at the computer. But yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of room to go with silver. 2026 is going to be a crazy, crazy year. This belt buckle was my grandfather's. And before we knew better, we took the coin out and cleaned it. I want to say it's a 1880 New Orleans, if I remember correctly on the date. But yeah, I've always enjoyed that. I've been tempted to wear that, but I never do just because I don't want to get it even more messed up or anything than it is. See, Engelhard is always some of my favorites. Oh, the bid is over to 72 now. Let's look at Kitco here. We're at 72.01 and 72.13 for the ask. All right, we're getting some price action here, y'all. Let's go, let's go. You guys just want to do a quick video today, see what the market would do. Like I said, it was crazy that one day, you know, where we shot up into the 80s and then immediately went back down into the 70s and stuff, and we've been stuck there. I was wondering, you know, with all that rumors of what's going on over in Japan and everything. Kevin Hawthorne, how's it going this evening? I was wondering if we would see our markets kind of spike or anything, or, you know, what they were going to do. I do love some ASCs. That's what we're going to focus on in 2026 is stacking some silver eagles. I'm still going to stack some other things and stuff. I do just, you know, still want to get as much silver as I can for the money we can. But that being said, I do want to stack more ASCs because you seem to get a little bit more money from them. But I have been reading reports where people, you know, aren't even getting a spot for ASCs. You know, they're getting, you know, -3 or 4 from spot for some American Silver Eagles. So that's kind of crazy. Bid went back down below 72. That koala is pretty. What kind of stuff would y'all like to see us do in 2026? More coin show videos, whatnot. Brian says, I would never buy collecting coins, only silver as close to spot as possible. I like the circulated damage, etc. silver. Right on, right on. Well, that's why we do love coin roll hunting. We ended up finding 33 40% half dollars, 7 90% half dollars, and 13 war nickels with 35% silver. And with the spot price, you know, last night it was $584 worth of silver melt value and cost us $20.65. So that's why I do love some coin roll hunting to get some really cheap silver. But, you know, when I've sold silver in the past, you know, like some generic rounds, like some buffalo rounds or stuff like that, you know, the local coin shop, they wanted to pay below spot for them versus an American Silver Eagle where I've gotten above spot on them. But it is all about dollar cost averaging and everything. And I do love trying to get silver as close to spot or even below spot if possible. Like I said, that's why we do the coin roll hunts. You know, pay face value for silver. Let's see, we're back over $72 on Kitco. Do love some Kitco. Yeah, of course, APMEX and all them, they show their own little price, you know. But we won't be keeping y'all too much longer. Sure took this out of the little capsule. The capsule's kind of scratched up. Takes away from the beauty of the coin. Yeah, I definitely wanted to see what silver was going to do this evening. I was wondering if we were going to get that crazy price action. Like I said, you know, I saw that article on Kitco about the CME, you know, having to preserve the integrity of the markets and everything. Like I said, it says silver, platinum, and palladium became meme stocks, and CME was forced to preserve the integrity of those markets. So that was kind of crazy. But, you know, about the CME's announcement of a second margin hike on precious metals futures in 3 days has sent shockwaves through the markets on a final day of trading in 2026. I think they meant 2025 there, with experts wondering if the signals the end of the multi-year precious metals bull market, while some retail traders see it as just the latest example of the institutional players keeping them down. And I think that's what it is, more market manipulation. Let me know what y'all think. Is it manipulation or is it not? I think silver is still definitely undervalued. There's still a lot of room to go. I definitely see silver hitting over $100 an ounce this year. Even though it is crazy to pay, you know, upwards around $90 for a single American Silver Eagle. That's wild to me. I've been doing it, you know, but when I can, like, I think the last ones I paid $80-something for, which is still crazy to me. But if, you know, you believe that silver still has a long ways to go, if it's still going to be over $100 an ounce, then, you know, $80 an ounce for silver is a good deal, right? But again, it's all about dollar cost averaging. Well, stay tuned every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for a weekly coin roll hunt and chat. Always giving away crazy good things. Brian says right now Canadian money is now $99. That's crazy. Let's see. Let's go one more time over here. We're at 72.15, 72.27. All right. Well, I appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in tonight. I hope everybody had a safe and happy new year. Hope the Lord blesses your 2026 and makes us have prosperity and health and wellness and able to stack as much of this beautiful metal from the Lord as you can. And I appreciate each and all one of y'all, my subscribers and Patreon supporters and everything like that. This is Brian says, last week in Canadian money, silver got up to $108 per ounce. Well, I think, you know, we've still got a long ways to go. You know, here in United States dollars, there's 83 something, if I recall correctly. You know, don't quote me on that, but, you know, I still think we're going to get over $100 USD. Well, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that thumbs up, go watch some of our other videos. We sure do appreciate y'all. Until next time, Thompson Coin and Stamp is out.